Well, what's up, guys? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you with the recap. So, Seahawks lose back-to-back weeks, and they dropped this one 30-17, and just big-time utter disappointment. Last time we lost back-to-back weeks since 2018 when we lost the first 2 weeks of the season, except now we're losing the freaking week 2 and week 3. So, Dallas, how you doing, man?
That's the last time we lost back-to-back weeks in September.
Yeah, back-to-back weeks in September. It's just not a good start.
I'm feeling pretty down right now about our team.
Yeah, now we're basically 2 games behind the Rams, 2 games behind the Cardinals, and we don't know about what's going to happen with San Francisco and Green Bay tonight. But, yeah, this defense is just fucking garbage, man. Our secondary just sucks, and it's just been bad. I think the one play that started the landslide implosion of this game was when Ugo Amadi held on that play when we were about to go 3 and out on what would have been a sack, and that basically was the turning point right there. With Amadi, he didn't even have to hold
the Carson 30-yard touchdown, and we had a chance to really take control of the game.
Yeah, and Amadi's
because we started off fast with that opening drive touchdown to Metcalf.
Yeah, we did, and then just Amadi with that holding call when we would have had a 3 and out on a sack, just unnecessary. There's no fucking discipline on this fucking defense, you know? And I'm ready to just expect that it's going to be a long year. It's obvious. We all knew it was going to be a long year with the secondary. They got torched by Justin Jefferson and that offense with Thielen, and Alex Madison just went off even in Dalvin Cook's absence. And I will say this, though. Minnesota, they were 0-2. We knew they were desperate for that win, and I'll be honest, they wanted it more, and I tipped my cap to them. You know, they played a hell of a fucking game, and we didn't. And we came out. We came out firing earlier, and then we didn't do shit the entire second half.
Yeah, I got shut out in the second half. The only positive was, we at least held them to field goals in the second half, but the offense was just nowhere to be found.
Exactly. Granted, I know what Brandon Nelson's saying, trying to adjust to that new Shane Waldron offense, but I'll tell you what, it was giving me flashbacks of fucking Darrell Bevell and fucking Brian Schottenheimer.
Yeah, and Wilson made some overthrows in the second half.
Yeah, that overthrow.
Especially that one to Swain on third down.
Yeah, he did.
He had him wide open, and he just overthrew him.
Yeah, just made it. It was a tough play to make, and he just couldn't bring it down, but Myers missing that kick didn't help either.
We need to pick ourselves up and get out of this hole.
Yeah, no game's going to be a given this year. I'm having my doubts, especially with this stretch, because now we got to play San Francisco next week, and then after that we got the
Rams on a short week, and the Rams just had an impressive win against
Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
the Rams might be I think the Rams and the Cardinals are the best 2 teams in the division right now.
Yep,
and San Francisco, we'll see them tonight. But
we'll see what they do tonight, but
yeah.
Maybe I think the Tennessee game had a little bit of a carryover into this game.
It really did, especially with how bad the defense.
If we won that Tennessee game, I wouldn't be nearly as worried because we'd only be a game behind in the division, and we'd still be above 500.
Yeah, so is it time for...
And again, we're in the same position we were last year. We're trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak.
Exactly, and now is it time to push the panic button? Might be.
I think it is.
Yeah,
these next 2 weeks are must-wins, in my opinion.
Yeah, but we know it's not going to be easy, man. And I'm having my doubts, man. I even said on a post last week when I posted with our next upcoming games that I was having my doubts with the stretch of games we had coming up because we knew Minnesota was going to be hungry for a win, and the tough division games with the 49ers and the Rams, and then the following. And then, of course,
Sunday night at Pittsburgh, even though they lost 2 in a row at home.
Yeah, to the Raiders in Cincinnati.
And that Saints game's not going to be easy because they're 2-1 now.
Yep, exactly.
I think they're better than what people thought they were going to be, the Saints.
Yeah, but, it's just complete disappointment all around, and it's probably going to probably be like this all year. And we just did not play a good game once again on offense. The offense couldn't freaking keep drives alive, and our defense just, we knew our secondary sucks. That's the honest reality. Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs didn't do crap. We all know Trey Flowers. We need Trey Flowers to we gotta get Trey Flowers the fuck off our team. Get Trey Flowers out. He is just.
And that
garbage.
touchdown they allowed on 3rd and 13 was unacceptable in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it was. It was.
The touchdown that allowed I believe it allowed the Vikings to go up on us.
Yeah.
And then they allowed that touchdown before half.
Yeah. I just think, this year, I think we just got to accept the fact that it's going to be a long year and we might be due to finally have our first last place finish in the NFC West for the first time since we entered the division in 2002, man. So, I mean, we'll see what happens in the next few weeks, but
Yeah,
I'm starting to have my doubts. And, this
Russell Wilson lost to the Vikings for the first time in his career, so that's over with.
Yeah. All good things can't last forever, right?
I got to give credit to the Vikings.
They
came out desperate.
Yeah, Mike Zimmer came out with a good game plan. Their kicker made their kicks, and their offense just came out firing. They took advantage of our shitty-ass defense and just grinded us.
Back-to-back games allowing 30 points.
Yep, back-to-back.
I mean, I don't know what Pete Carroll's doing anymore. He's got to bite the bullet, and he's got to get rid of Ken Norton Jr.
He really does.
We're not going to go where we want to go until we fire Ken Norton.
Yeah, but then again, I mean, how far can we really go with the staff we have now? I mean, after this season, we might be blown. We could possibly be in our final season with Pete Carroll too. I mean, much I hate to say it.
We'll see how the rest of the season goes, but it could be a 8-9 win year at the most.
Yeah, probably.
It could be like a 2017 year where we could miss the playoffs for the first time since 2017.
Yeah. And I mean, granted, I know it's early and all that stuff too, but in a way, that's just the way it feels right now. That's just the way we're all feeling.
I would have definitely been feeling better if they had been able to finish last week, but now they've dug themselves in a hole, and the schedule doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to tell the truth. It does not hurt to tell the truth on them. That's a fact.
My confidence level on them is just not very high right now.
Me neither, man. I don't have any optimism going forward right now. Just no optimism going forward, and just get ready for the rest of the season. It's going to be a long ride, and it's just going to be a long season. So we expected this with the secondary. We did not do anything to address the secondary this offseason, and it's showing.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, sometimes you got to think what came back to bite us. I mean, trading away those. I mean, you don't just build through like big trades. You build through the draft, and I think Jamal Adams trade maybe. My dad was saying that Jamal Adams trade would most likely come back to bite us with giving up those 2 first-round picks, and we just got to do better of building in the draft from here on out. We just got to use those first-round picks to build for the future because you build through the draft too. But I'm gonna have to see more for the rest of the season, and they gotta win. They gotta just win some games. But right now, I don't really have a lot of optimism going forward. So
yeah, they gotta get out of this, and they gotta really be pissed off about losing back-to-back games so early in the season.
Yeah, because that like
they can't dig themselves too much of a hole, or they're just not even gonna have a chance at a wild card if they do.
Probably not. Just like 2015 when we dug ourselves in that early hole in the first 2 weeks, and then frickin' 2018 in the first 2 weeks.
2018 when we started 0-2.
Yeah.
But 2019 when we had that December collapse after that Sunday night win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, we just
and we missed the playoffs for only the second time.
Yeah.
Since Pete Carroll's been here.
Yeah. Well, other than that, I think it's time to wrap this on up. Definitely a lot of disappointment going around, and we just need to there has to be discipline thrown, man. It's time to start showing some fucking discipline moving forward, especially for how pathetic this was. And it all, like we mentioned, it all started with that Ugo Amadi holding penalty.
Ugo Amadi hold, and Minnesota capitalized by... that was the touchdown they allowed, I believe, on 3rd and 13, that same drive.
Yep.
And they just never looked back after that.
Yeah. All right.
We had all the momentum going, and then Umadi screwed us with that holding penalty.
Yeah.
I believe the outcome would have probably been a lot different without that penalty.
Yeah. But anyway, just got tip my hat to Minnesota. They played a hell of a game, and just time to move on and see what happens with the rest of the season. All right. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks.